Here in this motorhome we have encountered a problem. When the water pump is on and it's pressurized, you can hear a leak. So behind this vanity and basin, there's a hot and cold water pipe that connects to the tap here, and then it comes to the shower head. So I suspect it's leaking from there. If I depressurize the system, turn off the water pump, I don't hear the leak anymore. Plus, if we come to the outside of the van, you can see under the van there's a drip somewhere, and it's leaking from somewhere here. So as you can see, there's a clear leak from behind that basin. So we're gonna have to sort that out. So in this video we're gonna show you how to fix a leak on a John Guest fitting. This leak has occurred behind this basin, and another problem is this pipe, which is your shower head pipe, doesn't retract fully in there. Also, I've seen that these crack, so you might be removing yours because yours is cracked. To remove this basin, you need to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Sometimes there are screws here as well, or up here, so just check that. And in most cases, if you have this sort of setup, the mirror cabinet can stay in place, and just this alone can be removed. So I don't know if you could see that, but basically I had to support it over here and lift it up a little bit while pulling out on this, and also had to get it out of the groove which was sitting behind the toilet. And now it's free, and now you have access to the back to check for your leaks and check why, in my case, the hose is getting jammed. The drain pipe has come out while I was pulling up, so that will have to be reattached. But basically what I can do now is put on the water pump and see where it's leaking from over here. So I'll go ahead and turn on the water pump. The water pump itself might need to be adjusted. Come back here. Have a look. There's the leak. You can see from that's the drip I was hearing. So that John Guest fitting over there is leaking, and it's dripping down and underneath the motorhome. So I'm gonna have to take that out. Basically you just hold it with 2 spanners or 1 spanner, and you just try to turn that with your hand, and then you just push on that clip, push back and pull the pipe out, and that's how it will come out. But make sure your water pump is off before you do that. I don't know if I will be able to get that on camera, but I'll try to attach a video if I can of how you remove this fitting, and I'll show you the fitting when it's on the bench. So after a closer look of this fitting, you can see over here someone's over tightened it and cracked it. Over here, and it's leaking from here. So that's why I stress when you work with these fittings, don't over tighten it. Tighten it by hand and go a little bit tighter with the spanner. You don't even have to use a spanner sometimes, most times actually. And you can always go tighter if it leaks. So go tight, like on your new fitting. Check it. If it leaks, then go a little bit tighter, but don't over tighten it like this. Just like that, I can undo it with my hand. So usually, like I said, you can just hand tighten it and it's more than enough. You don't have to use a big adjustable spanner like this. So we'll get a new one of these now and fit it here. So here I have the new fitting, 12 mm to 3/8 thread. So I'll go ahead and install this. So now that's done. Before pushing your basin back up and screwing it to the wall, put on the water pump and check for leaks. Just leave the tap open to let the air out, and then close it and the pressure should build up. And as you can see, we don't have any leaks. And as you saw there, I just went hand tight on the John Guest fitting. I just held it with the spanner here and just tightened this with my hand, and that's more than enough. Check your other fittings as well, and also make sure your drain pipe hasn't come off. So mine had come out, so I had to use epoxy glue and glue it back together, and I use hot glue just to hold it in place till the epoxy dries. So now that's done, we can screw it back to the wall. So before I put everything back together, I always run the shower head or the tap in the bathroom to make sure. And right enough, I found a leak from this. So right now the water pump is on, pressurized, but there's no leak. But as soon as I open the tap, so I've just put the shower head outside the camper so I don't get wet all over here. And I'll open this, so water's coming out. We come down here and you can see that. So we fixed one leak, and this leak only appears when the tap is running. So always just check that on your van as well. Open the tap. And even a good thing to do is pour some water in this basin and make sure it's actually going in that pipe and isn't leaking from here or there. If it leaks from the basin itself, it might pour out of here. You can watch the other video that I made on how to fix a leaking basin. So we'll go ahead and open this up now. The shower head fitting had just come loose. Since I'm here, you might as well check the rubber washer. It looks all good. So basically just put it back together. I'm just going to put it back together and just tighten it and check again for leaks. So there's nothing wrong here, but it obviously was leaking from here. And when you're having a shower, you wouldn't even know it's leaking because of all the water noise in the shower cubicle. As you can see now, it's all fixed and there's no leaks. I'll turn on the shower head so you can see. And also, since I'm here, I'm going to just put some sort of padding there so it doesn't rattle the pipe on the wall and create that vibration, that noise, which is a bit annoying. And then I'll just go ahead and push this back up here and screw it back into place. So this is the material I put there as packing. It's basically for water. It's waterproof. It's used in pool industry and spa industry, so it's not going to get moldy behind there. And the pipe was just getting caught up over here because it had gone behind this plastic black pipe, so I pulled it forward, so that solves that issue. So now that I fixed the leak in the bathroom area, I can come here and turn the water pump on, and I'll turn this tap on so you can see and make sure it's pressurized nicely. And as you can hear, the pump starts and stops nicely and it runs very smoothly. You can come here close by and have a look at the pump. I had adjusted this in one of the other videos. You can refer to that video in the link below. So I'll just turn on the tap and you can listen to the pump run. Nice and quiet. With that cabinet closed, it's even more quiet. Go into the bathroom area. So now there's no signs of any water dripping at the back of this. You can't hear anything. And the other problem was this wasn't going down. The shower head turns into a tap. So now I'm able to push the pipe all the way in, and if I open this, you can see it works fine now. And when I close it, there's no leaks at the back here. And I've sat around for a good 2 to 3 minutes quietly and listened, and I can't hear anything. Plus I already double checked it before pushing this back up that there was no leaks. So another common issue with this bathroom setup, if you have this in your van, sometimes when you turn on this tap, if for some reason you see water coming out the side here or here, the drain pipe that comes from here to this has detached and water collects in the sink, and then when you turn it up, you'll see water dripping here and here. If that's the case, refer down to our other videos where I fixed this issue and I've showed where that pipe connects and how to reconnect it. You'll have to take this whole thing out to do that. And another common problem on this setup with this plastic is this tap, sometimes it breaks. The housing, the plastic housing around here, it cracks over time just from sun, and sometimes people don't move this tap and you'll push the sink up and it will hit this. So if it's like that and then this tap is here and you pull it down, it's going to push on that and crack it. So watch the other video on how to fix this and how I reinforce it. The links will be in the description below, and you can check out the channel for other videos on how to fix your toilet, flush, and other issues that you probably will encounter owning a motorhome. So that's it for now, guys. Hope this helped you all. Don't forget to give us a like. It does help the video reach more people so they can see issues with vans and fix issues they might have or encounter. And don't forget to subscribe for more interesting camper van and other content related to motorhomes. Thanks for watching, guys.